for me to play for Real Madrid. That's what Paul Pogba has said, that one day he really fancies to play for Real Madrid. Pogba discusses Bernabeu ambition and contract situation at Manchester United. Welcome to United Social Television. Thank you guys for watching in. Yo, young devil, I see you. How are you? How are you? It has been long when I'm not seeing you on the streams, but thank God you're back. But the big news is that Paul Pogba, it looks like Paul Pogba is fed up of Manchester United and wants a Real Madrid move in the next summer. So that's the news here at United Social Television. I'm Rokan, seated in here to bring you the first story of the day. It's all about the Frenchman called Paul Pogba. Remember, France, we are playing against, is it Ukraine? France, we are playing in the international transfer, in the national break. They were having a nice game where they won over Ukraine 7-1, and Pogba came on a substitute. And after that game, Paul Pogba really had a one-on-one with journalists. He had an interview with journalists, and they asked him a lot of questions about his love for Real Madrid, his contract situations, the situation at Manchester United and the players after United losing 6-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. And Paul Pogba came out and said the following. He first said, I'm a Manchester United player. A lot has been said, but I haven't. I had a lot of noise, like I was going to leave and that I should go to this or that club. Today, I'm still in Manchester United, and I'm fighting to bring the club back to the highest level. He went ahead and said, they asked him about the Manchester United contract. He said, I haven't been told anything. I haven't spoken with Ed Woodward. We haven't spoken about a renewal for now. I'm in Manchester United, and I'm especially thinking about coming back to the best of my ability. So that's what Paul Pogba tells you, that Ed Woodward has not approached him to talk about his contract. This is really alarming for a player like Paul Pogba. Even though you don't want him at the club anymore, like me, I don't want Paul Pogba at Manchester United anymore, because I believe our midfield can be far much better, and it proved to be far much better when Pogba was away. And that's when Freddie got a chance to really showcase his goods to all his commodities, to we the lovers and the entire football fraternity. And he really gave us a very good cover-up of Pogba. And we forgot even about Paul Pogba. To myself, people voted for Bruno Fernandes, but my player of the season, my player of the year of Manchester United was Fred. You saw what Fred did in the midfield. He played almost each and every game. His intensity never dropped. The only problem with him is that his final ball was poor, but he managed to bring in a couple of goals against last. You remember in that all 5-2 encounter, he scored close to 2 goals. So Freddie was my player of the year, and us knowing the capability of Freddie was all brought by Pogba's absence. And Pogba's being away really helped us know what Freddie can give us. And Freddie really proved to the team that I'm really a team player, and I really love Manchester United. And when I'm given a chance, I'll really bring in the best. So that gives me more happiness and hope when United brings in a man known as Danny Van Beek. So I don't see why we don't need Pogba. That's what I think. So, but even though we don't need Pogba at Manchester United at the moment, what we should do is, one, we should get his contract such that we can sell him off to Real Madrid and get some money, because Pogba, we can get close to 150 million pounds from Paul Pogba. Getting that money from Paul Pogba, we can get close to 3 more players of a Danny Van Beek, Bruno Fernandes quality. You get? Even in the pursuit of Jadon Sancho, it's really important. Make Pogba put pen to paper, sell him to Real Madrid, get the money, 120 million pounds of the 150, bring in Jadon Sancho and another midfielder at Manchester United, because they are there that are of good quality and they are really ready to die for the club. But Paul Pogba is not ready to die for a club. Young Devil says we should sell Pogba. I also think, like Young Devil, that we should sell off Paul Pogba, but I still insist that a contract has to be rewarded to Paul Pogba. Then we sell him to Real Madrid at 150 million pounds, such that we really get something out of him. Young Devil says we should start Dan Van Beek ahead of Paul Pogba as our new central midfield. Yes, that's what I've also said. I really want to see Dan Van Beek starting for Manchester United, and Paul Pogba should call it quits at Manchester United. The good thing is that he really wants to go to Real Madrid and wants to play there. So I think we'd rather sell him that side, and in the deal, they get us close to 130 or 50 million pounds. Then we sell him off. Young Devil says we could earn up to 70 million pounds if we sell him. So I feel that it's worth. No, he's more than that. Pogba can only be sold at a minimum of 120 million pounds. Trust me, because he has a lot with him. He's a brand. Look at his social media, the likes he gets. So he is really a very big brand, and I don't think that he can be sold below 120 million pounds. I think that's his real amount of money and price tag that was put on him. Remember, United put 150 million pounds on him. Says, I'm watching this awesome stream while eating my lunch and Avengers playing in the background. Oh, Young Devil, thank you for watching in. So guys, Paul Pogba went ahead to say that I think there will be a time when the club will come to speak to me and maybe offer me something or not. For now, nothing has happened. I can't tell you something I don't know. That's Paul Pogba for you, that he cannot tell us something he doesn't know. So that means the club has not yet approached him for the new deal that he wants at Manchester United. But remember, Paul Pogba was bought close to 89 million pounds from Juventus, and I think his value has appreciated to 120 million pounds, or between 120 million pounds and 150. That's his value as per now. But if at all he comes up with a better season, it might even be much more. If at all Madrid needs his signature. Young Devil says 120 million pounds is an absolute steal for Pogba. Sell him now. That's the money. Trust me, his value is between that 120 and 150 million pounds, because a lot comes with Paul Pogba. He is a household name in the football fraternity now, and don't expect him to be less or be lower than that money. But according to the interview that Paul Pogba had, he's really showing us that Manchester United, I see no future at Manchester United. So, and this is affecting other players, because if at all the likes of Anton Martial, Marcus Rashford, the Mason Greenwood of this squad really see that Manchester United really is not into buying players that are going to sit in that you are winning the trophy, you will see that these players really are moving out of Manchester United. Paul Pogba really fancies to go to Real Madrid. He knows that. He really fancies to play under the management of Zinedine Zidane, but because Manchester United really prevented him from going, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer found means of making him stay at Manchester United. Remember, in that season of 2018-2019, Paul Pogba really came out and said that he wants a move away from Manchester United. The same applies to Mino Raiola. His brother also said that Paul Pogba wants a move away from Manchester United, and him wanting a move away from Manchester United really sparked a lot of controversy, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really managed to calm him down, and he told him that please, step Manchester United, the future is here. And one thing I'm afraid of is Manchester United might be forced to give Pogba a new contract, and they are going to give him a lot of money, because I'm hearing that Pogba really wants £500,000 a week. That's the salary he wants at Manchester United if at all he's to stay. And I think Manchester United could really go into that trap, but let me hope they don't go into that, because they might, doing that, they will be breaking the wage structure of Manchester United. So there are players that are playing hard for Manchester United, like the likes of David De Gea, Bruno Fernandes. What are you going to tell them if I told you pay Pogba £500,000 a week? How much are you going to give Bruno Fernandes? Because he is giving in times 10 what Pogba gives the team. So a lot of things are into this Pogba hate for Manchester United. He doesn't want to be at Manchester United anymore, according to what he's saying. That's evident. The way he's playing, he's a sluggish player. He's lazy. He throws balls. He's like, he doesn't want to play for this club anymore. And I think it's time Paul Pogba is sold off the ladder from Manchester United. Young Devil says the motto of Manchester United: youth, courage and greatness, and Danny Van Beek ticks all boxes. Perfect player for us. Indeed, he ticks all the boxes of Manchester United, and he's even, trust me, when you look at the touch of Dan Van Beek, it's far better than that of Paul Pogba. He gives us a lot. He's a box-to-box player. He gives us goals. He gives us assists. He loves the club. He really wants to die for this club, and he wants to be a legend at this club. So I think Paul Pogba should be offloaded at Manchester United and bring in other midfielders and players that are going to really die for our club. Because Pogba is worth 120 million pounds right now. They can give you that money next summer if at all the situation gets to normal and the economic crisis is done. Madrid really wants Paul Pogba, and remember the previous two seasons, they've been making him their priority signing, as you've seen Manchester United making Jadon Sancho their priority signing for the previous 2 seasons, and they failed to get him. So that's what you should know about Paul Pogba, that he is really not happy at Manchester United. But he went on and said about Zinedine Zidane that we all had it. Things were said. My reply, yes, every player would like to play for Real Madrid or play at Real Madrid. It may be a dream. It's a dream for me. Why not one day? So that's why Pogba came out and said that he really fancies a move to play for Real Madrid. No player doesn't want to play for Real Madrid, and Pogba himself really has that big fancy to play for the club. And for my case, I'm really thinking that if at all Pogba wants to play for Real Madrid wants the player. Can Madrid get us the money that we want and we sell him off? That's it all. Socia and Eduardo, please get a contract for Paul Pogba. After getting a contract for Paul Pogba, go in and sell him off and get us the money. We go in for the likes of Jadon Sancho, who are really dying to play for Manchester United. That's what I'm really thinking about this deal of Paul Pogba, because it does not help us having a player on field like Paul Pogba being our first player, not giving us 100%. Yet there is a player on the bench like Danny Van Beek and Freddie who are willing to give the club close to 300% each and every time they're on the field. So I think Paul Pogba shouldn't be a Manchester United player next season, because he is really a calamity now at the club. He loses a lot of balls. He does a lot of touches. I don't know what's wrong with him. He cost us 2 goals in the Tottenham Hotspur game. It was 4-1 at the end of the first half, but the second half, all the 2 goals we conceded. The first one from Sergio Aurier, he had to track the player because he was playing the left wing. He had to track back, but he didn't. And he saw the player, he just watched him pass the ball to him, and he never even reacted. The 6th goal was a penalty, and he went into a sliding tackle, and he never knew he was not going to get the ball. And it was a penalty given to Tottenham Hotspur, and he cost us 2 goals in that game. Remember, Pogba has been costing us in this season, but we are here. People don't want him to leave, but for my case, I really want Paul Pogba to leave Manchester United. Give him a new contract, sell him off to Real Madrid, because that's where his heart is, that's where his heartbeat is, at Real Madrid. Paul Pogba really is a player that we've been patient with. We brought him in 2016, 4 seasons down the road. Nothing Paul Pogba has done for this club. Trust me, there is nothing. I've never seen him die for this club, even if they gave him the armband under Jose Mourinho as a captain, and he really did nothing for the club. So he is a player that won't help Manchester United. That's what I'm thinking. He's a good player, a fantastic player, but I don't think he's going to prevail in Manchester United. We'd rather sell him off and let the likes of Dan Van Beek prevail and use their chances and Freddie at Manchester United, because they've come in at a club and they've really given us a lot. So why not sell off Paul Pogba and bring in other midfielders who really want to play for the club? Because Paul Pogba himself, his heart is at Real Madrid. His heart is not at Manchester United. Trust me. He's not a player that United should be pleading or seducing to stay. Give him a contract and sell him off to Real Madrid, because Mino Raiola might be willing to not sign a contract with Manchester United and then sell his player for free, because he wants that, because knows Pogba can bargain 60 million pounds if at all he's to get a free move from Manchester United to Real Madrid, because Real Madrid would have saved close to 90 million pounds, and that's what Pogba is all about. And I'm also worried about how our board really lets contracts of players really run out at Manchester United. We've lost very many players in such things. Remember, Andy Herrera, we lost him because of the board. It delayed giving him or renewing his contract, and Andy Herrera went for free to PSG. So even if we would have awarded or given Andy Herrera a new contract at Manchester United, selling him would have been easy enough, because we would have gotten some money, close to 40 million pounds that we lost, and he went to PSG. You get, but he was a priority player at Manchester United. I think everyone loved Ander Herrera at Manchester United. Young Devil says our starting midfield should be Freddie, Dan Van Beek, and Bruno Fernandes. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, Young Devil, because that midfield will really be having a very high intensity. They play box to box. They chase the opponents like they've stolen something. So I think that's our ideal midfield that should start in all our games, because Paul Pogba is not really ready to give us the best that we want. Though he made and say that I love Manchester United, I'm at the club, but one day I will fancy to play for Real Madrid. If at all the player is saying like that, and the coach at Real Madrid has made him a priority signing for the previous 2 seasons, I think Paul Pogba is doomed or is destined to go to Real Madrid anytime from now. I think next summer Pogba won't be our player at Manchester United. I think we are going to sell him off. That's what I'm thinking. Pogba will go to Real Madrid. Young Devil says Dean Anderson should start ahead of David De Gea as our goalkeeper. For David De Gea, there are 2 things. David De Gea is one of the proven world goalkeepers. World goalkeepers. Top 10. And I don't agree with you if at all you're saying David De Gea should be benched. But the good thing is that we can do to boost our squad at Manchester United. I think selling off David De Gea and Paul Pogba will hit a lot Adidas. So Adidas doesn't want to see these people leave Manchester United because they make a lot of shirt sales at United and they really want those brands at Manchester United. Pogba, I think the only reason he's going to be kept at Manchester United is because of Adidas, because Adidas really makes a lot of money from him and they like that brand to be at Manchester United. But I really don't think pitch-wise and football-wise Pogba is giving us the best. He's not giving us the best. He's not dying for the club. The way he plays, he's like, he does not bother whether we lose or not. Paul Pogba, I think he's the player that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have taken off even in the first half when Bruno Fernandes, when Spurs was leading us 4-1. Bruno Fernandes went into the dressing room. He really burst out to these players of Manchester, especially Harry Maguire. He told him, "The captain, what are you doing? You are costing us the game, guy." That's Bruno Fernandes. He's showing his captain's role, and that's why most people are saying that Bruno Fernandes should be the captain of Manchester United. Harry Maguire should be taken off the armband and should be given to Bruno Fernandes. So Mr. Young Devil saying that Dean Henderson should start ahead of De Gea. De Gea is a quality goalkeeper, but I'm not underestimating the potential of Dean Henderson because he's too a very good goalkeeper that would do well for Manchester United. So Young Devil, I think I replied to you all the questions, I've attended to all your suggestions in the Manchester United team. But for the midfield, I'm okay with you. But Henderson starting ahead of David De Gea, I think it's way far unless De Gea gets an injury, unless he makes mistakes. And this season, you see, the coming of Dean Henderson has put De Gea on pressure, and he has not so far made a mistake this season. So that's where we are at United, and I think Paul Pogba should leave. You say Bruno should be captain. Yes, that's what I'm also thinking. And guys, thank you for watching in. That has been it for now, Paul Pogba. I'm going to share another video. We'll be back. Young Devil, thank you for watching in. I'm out for now. See you.